the two smells define your world. First, there is the foul, greasy stench of tallow that clings to your skin like a second, unwanted soul. It is the smell of rendered fat, of smoke, of the common, dreary work that fills most of your hours. Then there is the other scent, the sacred, sun-warmed fragrance of beeswax. It is the smell of honey, of wealth, of God's own light, and you are barely worthy to touch it. You are the chandler's apprentice, and you live between these two worlds of wax. Your day begins in the cold, dim light of the workshop that is also your home. You sleep on a straw pallet in the back, and the first thing you sense upon waking is not the dawn, but the heavy, cloying smell of yesterday's work. Before the bakers have fired their ovens, or the stable boys have begun to muck out the stalls, your own labor has started. Your first task is to tend the great rendering pot. You haul buckets of animal fat and trimmings from the kitchen's afoul, grisly collection that you melt down over a low fire. The process fills the workshop with a thick, nauseating smoke that stings your eyes. This is the tallow, the fuel for the common lights of the castle. Most of your day is spent at the dipping rack. A dozen wicks hang from a wooden frame, and you pass them through the vat of hot liquid tallow again and again. With each dip, a thin, greasy layer is added. With each cooling, the candles grow, like pale, waxen fingers reaching from the frame. It is monotonous, aching work. Your master, a silent man with hands permanently stained by soot, watches you with a critical eye. He does not speak unless a wick is crooked or a drop of precious tallow is wasted. His grunt of disapproval is the loudest sound in the workshop for hours on end. But then there is the beeswax. Kept in a locked chest, the cakes of golden wax are reserved for the Lord, his family, and the chapel altar. To work with it is a privilege wrapped in fear. You handle it with washed hands, melting it carefully in a separate, smaller pot. The air fills with the clean, sweet scent of summer meadows. Each beeswax candle must be perfect, smooth, straight, and flawless. The steward himself comes to collect them, counting each one as if they were gold coins. To ruin a beeswax candle is a sign far greater than sloth or envy. It is a waste of the Lord's wealth, and the punishment is swift. When your work is done, you become a creature of the hallways, delivering light. The smoky, sputtering tallow candles go to the servants' quarters, the guardrooms, and the kitchens. But the pristine beeswax candles are carried with reverence to the solar in the great hall. You enter these grand rooms like a ghost, place the candles in their polished holders, retreat before anyone of importance can notice you. You are the bringer of light, but you must remain in the shadows. As night falls, and the castle begins to glow with the fruits of your labor, you are left to clean the workshop. You scrape the pots, tend the fire, and prepare the wicks for the next day. Your meal is a crust of hard bread and whatever is left in the servant's stew pot, eaten alone by the fading warmth of the hearth. You lie on your pallet, the smell of tallow thick in the air, and you think of the single, perfect beeswax candle you held that afternoon. For a brief moment, you felt the warmth of the sun in your hands, the purity of a light you will never get to enjoy. In a life of soot and grease, that one moment of clean, fragrant beauty is a secret you hold close. It is enough to make you rise and do it all again tomorrow.